Hello everybody, and welcome back to Getting Artsy with Cindy. Today we are going to play with our new set. It is the Bike Bouquet stamp set, and the dies coordinate with the stamp set and also coordinate with the paper. So I thought it'd be fun to make a card where we have it one stamped, and I'll show you some coloring tips, and one using the paper. So we're going to make a couple cards and a page layout. So that's what we're going to do today. Again, this is the Bike Bouquet stamp set, and the paper that it coordinates with is the Picnic in the Park. This is all cut up because we're gonna use this to cut the little bike out of it, because it's great how the die matches the bike just like the stamp set. So we're gonna do that. Okay, so first I did want to just kind of show you guys, some of you guys have already done this with our dies, but I just kind of wanted to show you how easy it is. So you obviously can't put a whole 12 by 12 piece of paper in your cutting machine. So all I do, and I don't want to just cut straight across to get a smaller piece, because then you'll be cutting into some of the other images that you're going to want to use. So here you'll see that I'm cutting around this cute little picnic setup, because that's a whole nother stamp set, and the dies will cut that as well, plus the little butterfly. So I'm just kind of gonna move around this, and I'm not even, well, I guess I can. So if you cut through, but you do have a fun little pattern on the back of that, so I can easily cut that off and use that too. This is cute too, and the butterflies, we have dies for those. But let's go ahead. So all you're gonna do, so easy, is just position this right over the paper image, and you'll want to leave just a little bit of the green around everything. So I always just kind of look at opposite sides and rotate it until I feel like it's about the same amount of space all the way around, and then just take some tape and tape it on. And let's go ahead and die cut. All right, I love the little details in this die. So look how cute that is, cut right out of the paper. So that is fun. So let's go ahead and make a card. We've got a couple cards to make, and I've already cut some pieces to make it a little bit easier. Now, what I did here when I cut this out, so just like this piece that we just cut out, and some of them are a little bit different, so even the flowers look a little bit different, but the die is the same. I cut out just a couple solid white pieces out of cardstock, and then I layered them, so this almost becomes kind of like a chipboard piece, which I think is kind of cool. This is also part of our Countryside Florals Collection of paper. I'm just doing this on an A2 card. This is going to be a really simple card. I'm also using our landing cloud die. This is the little grass, which I think is just fun to use. I tend to use this a lot this time of year. Awesome. All right, and then I just layered this. And then make sure so I didn't glue the grass all the way down because I wanted to be able to have that fit down underneath there. What I like about this stamp set is I've got lots of different sentiments on here. Just put this up here so you guys can see it. Lots of different words, and then this little tin, and you could put the flowers in the tin, and so lots of fun things to do with this set. And just eyeballing that, sliding it in there. Okay. This, I also went ahead and stamped a simple hello, and I did the same. I added a couple extra layers to it, just again, so they almost become like little chipboard pieces. And I'm going to tuck some of the grass behind the back wheel. So it kind of makes it look like it's driving forward, riding forward, which I think is cute. Let's go ahead and use some foam tape. My favorite thing to do. So okay, so I'm going to have that. We're going to pop this up. That looks good. Love a lot of layers and texture. Okay, so this piece we could add to the back of the bike, which I think is kind of fun. So if I do that, then I could put the, yeah, I think I like that. Little simple hello right there. Or I could just tuck these flowers. Oh, maybe I'll do this. I think I'll tuck the flowers there. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So this is just a really easy way to make a quick card with just using the images from the paper and then the little sentiment. I would definitely put a sentiment on the inside too, but we'll go ahead and we can do that later. I want to get the other things done. So very simple card, cute, a simple hello. So let's do another one. This one, a little bit of a different fun fold. So this is an A2 size card. So it is going to be 8.5 by 5.5, 8.5 by 5.5. But you fold it, you're going to score it at 4 1/4 and 2 1/8. So you could use a scoreboard, or you just fold it in half and then fold the cover back on itself. But I did use a scoreboard. All right. So you're going to score it, and then this is half of the cover. Now there's, we'll do this card, and then I'll show you another thing that we can do with this same fold. So I just cut a solid blue here. All right, then I also used that die again because I think these little clouds would be cute on the top. We're going to, so with this card, it's an easel card, so I want this to stand up after when the card is open, we want this to stand. So I'm going to use foam tape on this piece. I'll show you after we do this another sample of some easel cards. All right, so I'm just putting this at the bottom. Very simple, so that's gonna stand up like that. And then we have, I'm gonna color bike, and here's one that I've colored already. I always go the wrong way, there we go. I actually, depending on our time, I might color that at the end. These have, the words have little dies too, and I wanted to give them a little frame. So we got embrace the journey, and then you're on the right path. You're on the right path, I'm gonna put on the inside. And then we've got embrace the journey here. And let's go ahead, you know what, let's go ahead and color this real quick. And, well, I just want to have time to do the scrapbook page too. Okay. Yeah, I think we can do it fast. So let's do it. We've got, and this is me coloring, let me blow this up. Okay. Because I like to show some coloring tips. Again, you can, I'm going to be using mostly the Olo markers, but you can use any alcohol markers. And this is just a kind of doing it fast, not like some fancy training. This is also when I need my glasses. Okay. So I thought it'd be fun to do a purple one. So this is Olo 4.2 is the light one. And I'm going to put the light color in first. This is speed coloring. Here and here. All right. Then I'm going to take, this is BV 4.4. It's a deeper purple. Going kind of where the darkest area is going to be and color out. And then that I'm going to go back and bleed that a little bit. The Olo markers stay pretty wet. Sometimes they get extra juicy, so you want to just, you could brush off if you need to. That's what I like about them, that they don't dry out. But it is something you kind of need to get used to. Show you that it's, anybody can color. Okay, that's all I need for the purple. Let's do a little brown seat. I'm using OR 3.7. We do have these on our website. And then I've got the little basket in here, so I'm going to go ahead and add some to that. Simple. And let's see. Let's make this guy purple too. And then I'm just going to use, actually, I think I'm going to use my Copic color for my tire. All right, and then I'm going to use this green. This is YG 8.5.
A lot to color.
There is kind of a lot to color, so I'm questioning whether I finished this part of the coloring or not. I think what I'll do, because I want to get to the other stuff too, is I will come back and you kind of get the general idea and just throw in all this color, and it makes for a really cute bike. So I think that'll look cute, but for now, let's go ahead and finish this up, and we'll just add, I put a little bit of foam tape on the back here. We'll just put this other bike on this card. Okay. And then, oh, this we're going to put on the front with the bike. And let's put this on here. I'm going to tuck that bike in, so I'm not going to put the glue all the way out to the grass on the ends. There we go. Now, be sure when you're attaching this, you are not gluing it down to the whole cover. You're only gluing it to the bottom piece. And we're going to be able to tuck that in and have it stand up just like that. And then I think we'll just overlap the sentiment. I think, you know, maybe we'll come out this way and put it like that. I like that better. Okay. And I'm just going to glue this flat. You're just gluing that bottom half though. Tucking that down. And then we can pop this piece up. And I know we also have a butterfly. So I think it needs to go, even though that's gonna, well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just glue on the very bottom part of this butterfly. So then that kind of sticks up too. And there you go. Now the camera is really tight. Let's go back down. Okay, so there was just some quick coloring, just a little tip. And look how cute though, that purple. I do like that purple. Cute little card. I was going to show you a couple other easel cards. So you know how we folded this in. That's what I did with this, but it's a vertical card. I folded it in. And yeah, always have something extending. So cute little one with our chick. But if you also can, instead of folding it in, you can fold it back on itself, add a piece here, have something to pop it up. So that is like an easel card too. It's just in reverse. So I just kind of wanted to show you options. So I've started some pieces already. This is just a background to get us going. Let's go a little, there we go. Okay. So for this one, I went ahead and cut the bike out of the paper. And I did add another, I just had a scrap piece of green, so I just added it to that to make this a little bit more chipboardy. And then I just took my circle dies, and we're kind of going to do a little, build a little cluster and add it to our scrapbook page, which I like to do. And I took just a scrap of the green grass. I thought we might use that. Embrace the journey. I just layered that. It's got the die that cuts the words embrace the journey, but I wanted it, since especially on a scrapbook page, you don't want something really teeny. You need to have something that has a little bit more weight to it. So that's why I'm building a cluster out of this piece. So let's just start layering this thing up. I think it's a fun way to add embellishments to the page by creating these little cluster pieces. So got that. Don't know. I just think that kind of that extra little grass is kind of cute, but I don't know exactly where I'm going to put it. I just made some kind of standard photos. And then you can put your pictures. When you add your picture to this, you can do it even slightly smaller, so you leave yourself a white border too. So here's your photo, so you get both layers. I wanted to use some of this really pretty paper in the collection. And it's got the flower on the background, but I just love those dark colors. So I'm going to make that what I build everything off of. And I'm just going to center it in here. And this is from one of the paper collections, or yeah, it's kind of a pull apart piece. The papers, all of the papers have these fun, you know, on the back, you've got your barcodes. So I cut a bunch of these strips off, and I thought this would be kind of fun to play with these on the page. Literally, if I'm showing you something on a card, remember you can take this element and do something fun on a page, or if I do a page, you can put it on a card. So all right, now we're going to cut some of these down because I don't want it perfect. I want it kind of more fun and whimsy. So I'm going to, I may take this one and go all, you know, run it off the side, and then we're going to put some of these on here. So let's do that. And I'm just kind of winging it. I'm getting artsy with
Mainly
it.
card makers.
Mainly card, yeah. Okay. All right. Let's put that over to cut it. And let's see. I love this purple one. Don't know exactly how I want to do this. Kind of want to make them overlap, kind of. Well, we'll just kind of play with them like this. Have that one go off, but maybe cut short. All right, let's work up this way now. And we'll figure out where we're putting our scrapbook or our photos. There we go. I would usually stand up and look over the top, but okay. Let's figure out where we're going to put these. I'm going to put, I think, one up here and one there. Let's get this whole thing in the picture so you guys can see what I'm doing. See how I'm just, let's go ahead and see. I think that's going to look really nice down here, overlapping part of that. Okay. So this piece could easily be added to a card. Let's see. I keep changing my mind on where I want it to go. Okay. All right. So we're going to add it to the scrapbook page, but look, I mean, this could easily be, you know, the main piece of a card. That was bleeding off a little bit more, but see this. So build these clusters and have fun with it and add it to either just your scrapbook page or, yeah. Okay. So now we got to figure out the rest of our little stripes here. And I just kind of like them not being totally, you know what we're going to do with that one? I'm going to pop one of the stripes up. I used my rectangle framelits to cut these with, and I think it's nice because it has the little stitch on it, and that'll be good to do when you cut your photo out too. It'll look nice and have a little stitch on it. So you see the little stripes coming out from the outside. I think that's kind of a nice look. It's also kind of nice when you're doing a scrapbook page, if you have one of your photos being kind of the highlighted one, you know, if you've got, I like popping at least one of the photos in when I do a scrapbook page. It gives you a extra focal point. You can also make a photo stand out by just giving it a different color. Like say you did three photos, make one of them round or one of them, you know, have a purple border or, you know, something different. But by popping this up, that also makes this one stand out more. Now I've got to go, you know, play in the park or something so I can take some pictures, and I want a little of that showing on the outside. And then let's just glue this one down. In our Artsy community on the other private Facebook page, you guys get to share what you're making, and I would love to see what you guys do. So join us over there. There. Now I do have these little pieces that I cut out as well, which I think would be great in the little corners of this. I'm gonna try and just glue it, not glue right under that piece, so then I can slide my photo later under there. And then here's another page. I may have showed you this one before too. I did a cluster up here, a cluster here. These could easily be added to a scrapbook page, I mean a card. This one, you see that I had two photos, but I put a little black frame around this one to make this one more of a focal point. The other thing I wanted to show you is on that cut apart piece that we have. This is also a cut apart piece, which I debated on using it on this. You can easily add this to a scrapbook page and make it a journaling page, or add it straight to a card and stamp a sentiment on it. And then this again, I just had a square trying to figure out what I wanted to do on this page.
Or write in who's in the photos.
Yeah, the journaling would be like, hey, you know, went to the park, and you know, yeah. Instead of doing this cluster, you could have made that a journaling piece. But I was having so much fun with the cluster, so I really wanted to add that. So that is our bike bouquet stamp set. You can now jump in and use it on a scrapbook page or a card. I think you're going to have a lot of fun with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was fun to have you guys jump on with me today. And join us in the Artsy community and check out the Instagram hop. I think you'll have fun seeing our amazing design team and all the things that they're making over there. And if you're not on the Stamp of the Month Club yet, check that out as well. Just go to the website and it'll tell you all about it. The club just started in January, and I think everybody's really enjoying the sets they've gotten so far. So love to have you there too. All right, I think that's it. Do we have any questions? You guys have a great week. Find a time for yourself to get artsy. Take care, and we'll see you next Monday. Bye.